quite a fire in our house. Our house burned down in March of 2020, and the Jeep was parked close to the house. A neighbor, thankfully, was home. We were not home. Sprayed it down with the garden hose, kept the Jeep from burning, but there are some areas of damage. This taillight melted. My license plate holder melted. This melted around here, so it got pretty hot. The window trim melted here also, and the driver's side mirror melted. You can kind of see the bubbling that was on there. So today we're going to do a little video. I have from Amazon inexpensive replacements, but we're going to be replacing the mirror. Show you how to do that. License plate holder, tail lights. Of these three projects, I expect the license plate holder is going to be the easiest. I've knocked it off before in a trail. You can see some damage here, and so I've had to do this once before. I didn't replace it, I just took it off and remounted it. A 7mm tool, like I was saying before, and that's going to undo the screw here. And then there's another screw in here we're going to take out, and it easily falls out. We unpop the right side. So just those two screws. We're going to undo the wiring from the back. And now that you can see it a little bit better, all we do is depress this clip and pull this out. So again, son, I'm going to ask for your help. I'm going to push this down with a screwdriver, and can you pull that out? Pull it out. We're going to hold it here so it doesn't pull out the wires. And there we go. It simply comes apart. This is the one I'm going to replace it with. It came from Amazon. It's a Dorman brand. And even though it's inexpensive, I am impressed because it does come with all the wiring, all the lights installed. So I'm not going to have to take any of the wiring off the old license plate bracket. Now, I didn't realize that when my old bracket broke one time on the trail, it tore off some of the plastic. So when I took this off a moment ago to show you, I didn't realize that this 7mm screw down there also needs to come off. And I see that one is missing here. So let's back up the removal process a little bit in your mind, but we need to take off a couple more screws. When I took it off, I saw these two and I thought, what in the heck are those there for? These are also 7mm, and I have a screw in the shop I'll be able to put on there. So there are 4 screws that hold it in, not just the 2 that I had mentioned. All right, we're going to plug this back in. Hey Addison, would you go turn on you know how to turn on the headlights? And we're going to test this before we go any farther. Yep, it's on. Okay, you can turn it back off again. Thank you. See that? It's on. Just want to make sure it's working before I go through the trouble of installing it. There are 2 plastic clips here that we're going to make sure go in these 2 slots. Okay, that's where it belongs. And we're going to put our 7mm screws back in there. There are 4 of them. I only have 3. Honestly, I probably won't even bother since it's stayed on there just fine for a couple of years. All right, that's it. So the 4 7mm, these 2, unclipped it, put it back together the same way. Easy project. I've been taking this off for a couple of years, so we'll see. Phillips screwdriver for starts. Sure hope this metal protector works on the new ones. These 2 screws go into the body of the Jeep, and there is a metal what are the nut things that clip on inside? the body. I forget what those are called. But these attach to the Jeep. These two just go into the plastic. I usually have a practical reason for things I add to my Jeep. I backed into a tree branch one time and cracked a lens on one of these tail lights, and also the way the tailgate opens up, it kind of pinched the other side and cracked one of the, because I have my high lift jack mounted on the other side, it cracked, the high lift jack cracked the other tail light. So that's why I got these protectors, so that I don't keep on breaking tail lights. So I replaced them once with an original, and then when I broke it the second time, I placed them with these LEDs, which look nice. And then the protectors protect the LEDs. All right, I believe we're just going to pull that off, and on this outside, it's just going to pull out. Okay, there are two lips, plastic lips, which go around here, and then when it's, this plastic pointy thing goes into the receptacle here, and then the two screws we pointed out. I'm going to press this clip down. There. Finally got it out. So this is the driver's side. Nice. Okay, we're going to plug it in. Okay, seated securely. You want to turn on the four-way flashers for me, and we'll make sure this works before we go through the trouble of installing it. Yep. Okay, that works. Oh, that's cool looking. Okay, you can turn it off. Okay, I have the two plastic tabs that are going to fit over the metal. Okay, and the other plastic nipple thing is in that receptacle. My hands are dirty here. All right, then this is going to fit there. Cool, it's going to fit just fine. Okay, done. And now we'll do the other side. Yep, it's working. Now the hardest job, the one I'm not looking forward to, is taking off the side mirror and replacing it. I've already lowered the window because we're going to want to get in here and be able to work both sides. We need a T40 for here, T25 for down here. We're going to need a Phillips screwdriver before we're done, and we really should have a trim removal tool. I don't have one, so I'm gonna make do with what I have. So with our T25, we're going to take off these two screws down here. Next thing we want to do is take off this little trim piece here. We open the door, and we want to be careful not to break the little tabs because they are easily broken. But you can just see where it pulls off right on the inside. Comes off, and hey, I didn't break them off. How about that? So we got that piece out. Now we do need to pull this off. The screws don't matter. They're just for looks, okay? So if you had a real trim tool, that'd be great, that'd be handy. I do not. I have this metal putty knife, you know, so yeah, it came off real easy. And maybe I will drop it on the ground. Maybe I will get a trim tool one of these days. Looks like metal, but of course it's plastic. All right, inside here we'll find Phillips screws that we need to take off. While we have our Torx bit out, we're going to pull the handle. There are two Torx T25 screws in here that we need to take off. We're going to get this bezel off, and again, it'd be great if I had an official tool for this. All right, so we have these off, we have those off. Trim piece and the bezel are off. And now with our official, quote-unquote, trim removal tool, we're going to come around and pull these out. It just takes a firm pull. I have been told that these are not easily broken. Gonna hope so. We've got them all loosened. We're gonna take the whole panel off and slide it out. So that is off. There's one more. Now we're gonna take the panel off. Yeah, there's one more clip there. And we slide it up and out of the way. All right, so that I don't pull any wires off. There is a plug here. This is for the door lock. I've undone that so I can set my trim piece. Let's put it in there on the driver's seat out of the way. All right, so this is a T40. It's a mirror wire. It goes behind this kind of foamy stuff. And okay, so the plug is hidden behind here. The plan is we're going to pull that out and clip it. There's a white wire down here. I don't know if that's the ground or what it is. I don't want to lose it in here, so I think I'm going to pull a piece of string through or something. So when I pull it out, it gets the right place. Now, this is my replacement. You see that? And it's heated and everything, so that should all be replaced. I am concerned that there's no white wire on the new one. I'll have to see what's up with that. Also, this factory one has kind of a rubber grommet there, which I guess is okay. We'll just not put that on. Okay, so no string was found, but I do have some wire left over from a project. I put the wire wrapped around this, and it's just going to be a fishing wire, okay? And put electrical tape on. All right, Ed, you want to help me pull that out? Carefully. So the wire's been pulled through. Now we got our new mirror. Great, so now before it gets dropped, I am going to put those two bolts in. Okay, so our new mirror is mounted on the outside. The wiring is not complete though. Okay, I just Googled a bunch of stuff, and seems like this was a repair. The factory mirrors allowed water to get in, and there was a fire danger from the heated mirror circuit. So that's why the factory one had a cut wire, and this wire came out here. But it seems to be working just fine, this replacement that I ordered from Amazon, and we're gonna go forward. Gonna put the door panel back on. Okay, it's always a good project when there's no leftover screws, no leftover parts, right? The mirror. Great. Works. All right, and that's how we replace the mirror. Hold it.
Hey everybody, this is Ariel the Jeep Dog. Thanks for watching our video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there.